All right, we are going live right now as we speak on YouTube, and let's go live on Facebook. Bear with me one quick moment. Probably most people watching this at this moment are watching rebroadcast. But as people pour in, welcome. I hope you are all having a great day. We're just kind of quickly sharing this across all of our social media and breaking news filters and all that on our site. So it looks like we're live everywhere. It is great to see everybody here. I hope you are all having an amazing day today. And last thing, let's go live. All right, hey, there I am on YouTube. Found myself. So to about the 30 people here, welcome. Jerry, Tim, Matt, welcome everybody. It's good to see you all here. I hope you all had a great day. Been kind of a crazy week in the world of cord cutting. New channels coming out. DirecTV now added more devices out there. Hello Mike, hello Paul. I think I know now, DirecTV Now and Roku have both confirmed this to me. All Roku TVs will work with DirecTV Now. Huge improvement. In the past it was just 4K ones, so good to know. Orlando, Josh, good to see you guys here. George. George asked, please let us know when YouTube TV will be coming to the Fire TV. Google has said has not announced any such plans to bring YouTube TV to the Fire TV. They just at launch, a reporter asked a question about coming to devices like Roku, Fire TV, and so forth. They were kind of like, it's on our roadmap. And ever since then, they haven't said anything about it. So no news, no expectations of that happening. How many frames per second is PlayStation Vue? That depends on what channel. Some, like sports channels, are in 60 frames per second. Others are in 30 frames per second. Sling TV does the same. DirecTV Now does the same. I don't know about Hulu. I knew at launch it was all 30, but I want to say now they do some of theirs at 60. But don't quote on me on that. I'm trying to remember. Hello, Bill, Randy, Kathy, Michael. Good to see you here. Luke, what are your thoughts on DirecTV Now? Or, excuse me, I misread that. Mix up the lines. What are your thoughts on the Discovery Channel deal? Buying Scripps. So, yes, Discovery's buying Scripps, HGTV, the Travel Channel. Is it the Food Network or the Cooking Channel that they own? I always confuse those two. And a few other networks. That deal probably will be a few more months, if not a year, before that closes. And it makes perfect sense. Word is DirecTV Now. Did it again. Discovery wants to create a streaming service for about $3 to $4 that'll include all their stuff. No word if that's going to be live or on demand. We'll have to wait and see. But as a businessman, that makes perfect sense. Excuse me. That makes great sense, actually, to be honest with you. As cord cutting takes bites out of cable networks, they like to team up and work together. So keep that in mind. Yes, Bill, Reels did come to DirecTV Now. We talked about that a little bit more in depth if you want to read about that on Cord Cars News. You can find it in the news tab from earlier this morning. Food Network owns the Cooking Channel. Oh, the Cooking Channel and Food Network are the same company? They're both under Scripps? I wasn't aware of that. For some reason, I thought the Cooking Channel was another network owner. But no, they're the same company. Okay, that makes a lot of sense right there. Learn something new every day. It's kind of, some of these smaller channels is like, okay, keeping this all straight is kind of crazy. Have you heard any more about the DirecTV Now beta? Nope, nothing new. Just the fact that we've had several people email saying they got an email inviting them to the beta. Some other places like Reddit, some people posted about it there. But I haven't seen anyone else actually say they've talked to somebody who had it. I know other news sites quoted multiple sources. I think they're just running off our story. But yeah, I did talk to somebody, and they said that actually two people, they had access to the beta. So we'll wait and see what it looks like. DirecTV Now says more people are going to be invited. This is, you look at the Hulu, the Sling TV, and other betas. They typically start with a very small core of people. Hulu started with 50. It started off with 50 people, I believe it was, went to like 500, then went to like 1,000, and it went from there. So I think Discovery, I am just out of my mind today. DirecTV Now is doing the same thing. Very small number of people, and going from there. When will ClearStream TV Wi-Fi adapter be available? It's supposed to come out next week in stores, but I had one reader sent me a photo that Best Buy had it on its shelf already. The interesting thing, though, is if you buy on the ClearStream Nintendo Direct website, it's $99. Best Buy was selling it in store for $129. That is possible because it was an early release. Maybe the store didn't know what to charge for it, and they just stuck a price tag on it. That happens sometimes. You know, a truck comes in, they dump a bunch of boxes on there, and the box is marked, you know, do not put on shelves until X date. They don't read that, or they deliberately do it in order to get some sales, and they just throw it on the shelf, and they'll throw in a price. Sometimes when that happens, you go up to the cash register, and they'll reject the sale. They'll say not eligible for sale yet. So, I don't know, but it could be in your Best Buy store now, or you could buy it from Nintendo Direct and Best Buy officially next week. Why do you think Sling TV and DirecTV Now don't become authorized so I can use it with the History app? Michael, the reason why services like that don't authorize a ton of apps is it costs money to do that. You have to pay the networks to have your login work on their apps. And to keep streaming packages prices low, that's what you gotta do. I mean, if you think about it, AT&T Unlimited customers are paying $10 a month for the basic DirecTV Now. Sling TV are paying $20 a month. Not a lot of room there for that. Sling TV does a pretty good job having most of the DirecTV or the on-demand content there. DirecTV Now is hit or miss on their on-demand content. How many frames per second is view, and does it stream in 1080p? The frames per second depend on the channel. Sports channels on Sling and DirecTV Now and others are the same way. They'll usually be at 60 frames per second for sports to make it viewing a little easier. Non-sports channels are often at 30 frames per second. I want to say yes, they do have some 1080p. DirecTV Now, Sling, and I believe PlayStation View all offer some channels at 1080p, others at 720p. Yeah, Simple TV is dead. So Simple TV was a Kickstarter DVR for cord cutters that came with a lifetime, let's put that in quotations again, lifetime subscription to channel data. Well, sorry, that just lifetime became August, and they're discontinuing the Simple TV. Had some bumpy roads, some poor rollout. I want to say I had a review unit of it once, and I was so unimpressed with it, I didn't even post a review, I think, to be honest with you. And it had a rough road. And they're now shutting down. They had a limited time deal, and I think it ended like 2 days ago. You had like 48 hours to get on a discount, a special discount for TiVos. If you want a deal, I think TiVo is currently still offering excuse me, I don't think the TiVo deal is. I think the Tableau DVR deal is still available if you want to get in there. Free year of channel data, and I think $50 off of one of their DVRs at Best Buy. That deal may be ending today or tomorrow if you want to get on that. All right, how long before 5.1 digital audio is available on streaming services? You know, I don't know. That's just data. That's all kinds of issues there. And I think they're just kind of holding off, and they're getting other things done right now. I think they've kind of looked at it and said most people don't use 5.1. I know there's some people out there that are huge 5.1 fans, but the reality is most people don't use it, so I think that's just kind of low quality. I knew Sling TV used to be at 720, but I believe that they now, just like DirecTV Now, offer some at higher resolution. Sam, Hulu's new beta service is currently in closed beta testing on Roku. We posted about it late last week. If you want to go there, I got some photos. And I have confirmed with Hulu that they recently did send out invites to some people who had previously, way back at the start of this year, signed up for the beta and said they had a Roku. So keep that in mind. Yeah, so a lot of people are asking about Hulu and Roku. They're in closed beta, which probably tells me we're a few weeks, maybe a month or two away from it coming out at most. I kind of, from what I saw of the beta, It looks pretty well fleshed out. Wouldn't mind being able to access it. Sam, even if you would somehow find a side load copy of the Roku channel, it won't work for you. You have to be inside the beta and one of the approved accounts to get access to it. So if you didn't get invited to it, folks, if you didn't get invited to the Hulu closed beta or the DirecTV Now closed beta, you're just not getting it. They'll probably roll out more, but right now it's not. Mike, this is a common question I get. Mike is asking, Pluto TV doesn't offer closed captions for the deaf or hard of hearing. That's a violation of federal law. No, it's not. I'm not a lawyer, so don't quote me on this, but I did read that the law on it. And it says content originally produced and aired on cable has to offer closed captioning. Cable networks over there broadcasting. Pluto TV's content, and this is getting in a gray area now because of CBS News, 24-hour channel now going to some cable networks. None of that content was originally produced or formatted for cable TV. Even the MSNBC and so forth stuff is typically their web content reproduced into a linear channel. So no, from my understanding of the law, Pluto TV and other streaming services who don't re-air content that was originally aired on or made for a cable network is not a violation. Talk to a lawyer, but if you feel like they are violating it, make a federal complaint. I think the FCC does have a way for you to go in there and file a complaint. But from my understanding, it does not violate federal law. But I'm not a lawyer. YouTube TV, correct, is only on iOS, Android, and Chromecast basically right now. You can Chromecast it and use Apple's AirPlay to compatible devices. No Roku, no Fire TV, and not even an official app for Android TV, which is also owned by Google, so who knows. Do you know if the Tableau Duo will work with an existing lifetime Tableau subscription guide? I think I read once that you can transfer your Tableau subscription. Somebody help me here. Does anybody know if you can transfer your subscription from one Tableau device to another? With that said, if you have the current Tableau DVR, I don't see a reason to upgrade. It's not any faster. It's not any better. Yes, there's a small, and I do mean a small internal hard drive, but you're still going to want to plug in an external hard drive because it doesn't allow that much storage. So, yeah, keep that in mind. If you have a Tableau and you're happy, I don't see why you would upgrade. Any more information on the Xfinity streaming service and if it's cost per device? Well, no. Word is that Comcast is surveying some people about their cable service, but we haven't heard anything more. No official details other than it's expected to come out either in August or September. They said third quarter, which ends at the end of September 2017, it'll come out. Clearstream OTA digital tuner, does it record to the cloud or built-in memory? That new Clearstream TV, which is I'm assuming what you're talking about, which is just a little stick that takes your antenna and turns it into a Wi-Fi antenna, does not have any DVR features. It will pause play, but it won't record a show, if that makes any sense. What indoor antennas do you recommend? Mohu or Antenna Direct are the two paper thin brands I recommend. I also recommend Turk indoor antennas, which I think Turk and RCA antennas is the same company, but I like the Turk ones better. What is the best over-the-air DVR in your opinion? Well, right off the bat, Tableau is probably number one. I do have the HD Home Run guys. They're sending me, which is right here. They're sending me up for a review of their new DVR setup. The problem I have with that is the need to have another device running 24/7. And also, but let me test out the other DVR before you write it off. Plex is another good option. TiVo, but it's a little bit expensive, is a decent option. But right now, it's Tableau in the lead by a fair amount right now. Because I like the ability to access outside the house. I like the ability not to have another device running, and so on. Paul asks, would you agree that Sling would be better college football package minus Big Ten? Yeah, if you're not a Big Ten fan, Sling TV's got some really good packages for college football fans. You know, it's the only service with a Pac-12 network, It's got all the ESPNs and SEC Network, Fox Sports Go, and yeah, it's not a bad deal. $25, all the ESPNs, and I don't believe that includes the Pac-12. Can somebody remind me if the orange package includes the Pac-12 network, or if you gotta get the Pac-12 network with the blue package? I don't have my cheat. I should print off that cheat sheet and keep it here that has all the channels with every service and every package I have. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Any updates on when MASH, NYBD, Blue, etc. comes to Hulu? No, I did notice that, they talked about Bob's Burgers, for instance, getting all the episodes. I believe they now have all the episodes of Bob's Burgers. When MASH and NYPD Blue come, I don't know. Is the 6-month free View Elite giveaway only for past Slim customers? I believe the way that the free upgrade to the Elite plan was for past people on the cheapest package on Slim. Though I did have one person who said they weren't on the Slim version and got it. Pretty much everybody who told me they got it is there. So that's what happened. Basically, if you had the lowest, the $30 package with Slim, they're giving you an upgrade basically because your package is going away. They're trying to convince you to stay. Everybody, I'm hearing from like Tim that the Pac-12 network's in both orange and blue sports package. You're right. Sling is missing the Longhorn network. DirecTV now has it, and PlayStation Vue has the Longhorn network. Have you seen any early reviews of the DirecTV Now DVR, asks Craig. No, I have not. I have talked to somebody who claims to have it, and one person who claims to have received an email invite to it, but both said heavy NDA, and they were worried about saying anything additional. Thinking about switching to Verizon DSL. It's 7 down. Is that enough to stream and play video games and download? 7 down is really pushing the limit. If you're one person, it should get away. You're easily going to be able to stream Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, all that. Not a problem. Pretty much all streaming services. Some live TV streaming services, depending where you live, how far you are from their servers, should work. You're going to run into issues, though, when you want to do multiple streams. 7 down is going to struggle. You need about 5 down per HD stream of Netflix. That's on the high end. Sometimes it's really maybe around 4. So you're going to struggle to do 2 HD Netflix subscriptions at a time. With that said, when I became a cord cutter, the fastest internet speed where I lived was 10 down. And that ran Netflix, that ran Amazon, and worked in our house. But it was just my wife and I, so we never had more than 2 streams going at once. Keep it in. 4K, depending on what service, anywhere from 15 to 25 down. Jeff asks, will you ever start your own streaming company? Well, I have a company right now, Core Cars News LLC. Don't know if I'll be jumping into my own streaming company. I don't know. Who knows where the world will take us. Are you looking at one of the newest subscriptions? Subscribers of DirecTV Now as local for doo-doo. Dean, you're having problems getting locals over there. My recommendation is shop around and see what locals you can find out, what services out there maybe having locals. It seems like all of them are rolling them out. If you don't have any locals where you are right now on streaming service, I bet in 3-4 months you will. If 7's the highest from you in the area, Robert, it's. Do you have a family? Is it just you? You may get away with it from just you. My recommendation is maybe you call your cable company and be like, hey, I'm thinking about canceling. Why don't you give me a deal? Because DSL is offering this. Well, I can consider a PBS show. Bill, I'm not sure I understand the question. I'll think about it, Jeff. I'll think about starting a streaming service. I don't know, though. I don't think people would subscribe because I don't know what content. I don't own any content to put on there. I'm not sure people will pay for this. Any idea if Hulu Live will come out on Android TV? No, Thomas. The last I heard is they're working on Roku. They are in beta testing of the Hulu app on Roku. And from there, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Android TV would be the next logical one, but they haven't said that yet. if I buy a Powerball ticket tonight, you could start your own streaming company. Yeah, Paul, if you win the Powerball, I would happily take a donation of, 3-4 million. No, we're not greedy here. All right. So if I haven't seen your or answered your question, repost it. But I didn't put a banner up here today. But we are giving. There's a giveaway right now at courtcarsnews.com. We're giving away DirecTV Now, Hulu, Stars, Cinemax, and a Roku Premiere. Right here, a 4K Roku Premiere. So check that out. All right. Have you seen the Mohu Airwave to test out? Yes, I did get a lot of time to play with it back at CS. I'm interested to see if they took any made any changes. It's been so long. It's possible they made a difference. Norm asks, don't you need a gigantic TV to notice any difference with 4K? The truth is, I think even on a giant TV, a lot of people just don't notice a difference with 4K. And that's why HDR came out. 4K HDR really brings a brighter palette of colors on your TV. More colors can be on the screen at the same time. You get deeper blacks. And I'm one of those people that saw 4K and was like, okay, well, I'm not going to pay money for that. It doesn't look that much better. But then I saw HDR, and yes, that looks much better. From small TVs to large TVs, I've been very impressed. So keep that in mind. I don't think it really is a difference. I just think some people don't notice a difference on 4K period, but HDR, I find more people are like, wow, I can definitely see a difference on HDR. Any updates on the new PlayStation View app for Roku? Sorry, John. Sony has said nothing, even hinted at a new Roku app. The president of Sony's PlayStation View unit back in April did an interview. We posted about it late last week, and he talked about the future of PlayStation View. He talked a little bit about expanding internationally, going out to, he listed Europe as one of the main ones. He kind of talked about 4K, but he said that content providers needed to get more 4K content before they would do that. He talked about a few other things. Nowhere did he ever say anything about Roku app update. He talked about more locals and so forth, but seems like maybe Sony's a little afraid. I mean, Roku is a competitor of PlayStation View because PlayStation View owns PlayStation, which they're trying to turn into also a streaming media service device. And Roku's dominating that market. Maybe they're just worried if they make a better app, no one's going to use their service on a PlayStation. Tim says PlayStation View doesn't want money. I'm assuming you mean because since they won't upgrade their PlayStation View on Roku app. Lita says Hub says some programs are reserved for cable, so even with streaming services, we aren't getting all the programming on the channels we watch. Is that true? Yes and no. The truth is pretty much everything is there. What you will every now and then see is blackouts. These are a lot more rare now than they were a few years ago when like Sling TV was new. But every now and then you will see a particular event blacked out. But those are very rare. Is there a particular show that you want to watch that you're not seeing? Because typically that's Raw sports. For instance, on the NBC app, you can, if you have NBC through PlayStation View, you can watch the events there, but you can't watch some of your PlayStation View subscription on the NBC app. You need to use the PlayStation app. It's kind of weird, and so on, but it's available, but just not on the NBC app. You have to watch it through the PlayStation View app nowadays. I hope that answered that question. Is there a particular show that you're trying to watch? You watch HD TV and DIY. Yeah, from my understanding, everything on those channels are on streaming services. Yeah, I don't believe they black out any of that stuff. All right, Luke, just chat with DirecTV Now and with the DVR. Was told that the system will manually select the ones to participate in the test. Yeah, I'm not sure who's picking it, Jerry, but from my understanding, my sources at DirecTV Now got a couple good ones now. And they are telling me that, yeah, it's a very small hand-picked selection. Remember a few weeks ago, a survey went out, and I told everybody to go fill that out. Check your email, fill out that survey. It sounds like the people who filled out that survey and gave DirecTV Now some information about themselves, told them their opinions on a few different things, the people who became picked came from that. Can't confirm that, but from what I'm seeing, that's what's happening, is they went through that survey, similar to what Hulu did. Hulu did kind of a similar thing, and said, I'm going to pick out these people. How can I watch the new tennis deal on Amazon Prime? Jeff, you need to live in the United Kingdom to do that. That contract with Amazon's only in the United Kingdom. Andrew says, do you think the Discovery purchase of Scripps will increase the likelihood of Discovery channels coming to Sling? Possible, maybe not. So keep that in mind. There is talk that Discovery wants to create a $3 to $4 streaming service on their own. They'll give you contact to their stuff. We're not certain if that's on demand or live, so we'll have to wait and see. Daniel says, I got that email from DirecTV Now and didn't bother to fill it out. Well, it looks like you may have missed out on your chance to get in on the beta. All right. Discovery now owns Scripps Networks, ? Not yet, Robert, but they did sign a deal with the intent for Discovery to buy Scripps. It was like $14 billion deal. But it's going to take a couple months, probably even up to a year for regulatory clearance. Late this year at the earliest, early next year at the earliest is kind of what I'm thinking right now. Any idea when Amazon will come to the Apple TV? They said this summer, so they got a few more weeks. Technically, doesn't summer run through the end of September? Something like, I don't know, when does summer end? But as we learned, often they'll say things are coming to the Apple TV, or coming, like Sling TV, it's coming to this service, or DirecTV Now is coming to Roku. And it takes a few extra months from what they said, so keep that in mind. Is the Hulu TV app on Roku yet? Not yet. They have started a closed beta, and I'll repost this on my social media tonight to remind everybody of this. But yes, we have confirmed, Hulu has confirmed to Court Cars News in a conversation I had with Hulu that yes, closed beta testing of DirecTV Now or Hulu on Roku has started. Sorry, I'm reading pop-ups. People are messaging me, and I just read about that. And yeah, so sometimes it's hard to read and talk. I need to get better on that if I'm gonna keep doing this. Got my first. Hold on, let me deal with a spammer. All right, sorry, had a little spammer over on the YouTube feed, and I just banned him. So, oh. Let me take care of one little spam. All right. Oh, just we've attracted a collection of spammers today. Tableau's new DVR for Tableau's new device for cloud DVR and use your own antenna streaming beta next week. Oh, so they're getting ready to do their own beta. That's pretty cool. All right, so if you ask a question over on YouTube, I think I banned the spammers. We'll have to wait and see. Ask your question again, and I will answer it. And I'll just keep banning out people. I think I'm going to get a additional moderator. I've been thinking about getting a moderator to come in here and help moderate some of these on YouTube. So it's something, and on Roku. So we'll check it out. But yeah, King Midway, I've been thinking about getting a moderator to help filter this. I got a few people in mind I may do. But if you're unhappy with your looking for male enhancement, apparently is a popular thing on YouTube. But okay, I have a new Hulu app on my Roku. It works great on my Roku Express, but not on my Roku One. Yeah, Roku One is considerably slower than a Roku Express. I did a review of that. Go to our YouTube page and you look at Roku Express versus Roku One. You'll see a breakdown there. Noticeable improvement, which is fine because the Roku Express, I mean, that's the Roku Express. That's tiny. It's like a third the size of the Roku One. And yeah, it's considerably smaller and considerably more powerful. Not quite as powerful as a Roku stick, though. Reese says he's saving about $95 a month after cutting the cord. That's great. I wanted to switch to YouTube, PlayStation View, but no Lifetime network. Will that ever happen? I haven't heard any plans about PlayStation View adding the Lifetime network and so on. But if you go to Core Cars News, there's a breakdown there. If you type in Lifetime, it'll show you what services offer that. Do you still use your side-click remote? Yes, I am a big fan of it, but unfortunately it is out in the living room, not in here. I use it in our living room to turn on the TV and control the Roku. And if you don't know what a side-click remote is, it's a little universal remote that connects to your Roku and allows you to control it and go that way. All right, what about VidGo TV? You know, 2 years ago, they started talking about the plan to do that, and nothing ever came of it. They just never came out. They are still there, and they haven't said anything about their future plans. So we'll have to wait and see. Their website's there. Everything's there. Best I heard, they've spent a lot of money to acquire rights to streaming services and so on. But VidGo has yet to go public. We'll have to wait and see. Walmart has a deal on last year's TCL Roku 4K TVs. Yeah, they are good TVs. I saw that Roku, Walmart it's trying to clear out if you find a Roku TCL TV from the 2016 model year on Walmart, you're probably going to get a good discount on that right now. Roku Premiere at Walmart, $69. That's a great deal. I think the Premiere dropped its price to $69 now. And the Premiere Plus, I think, is like $89 now. They did a $10 price cut on both devices. And I believe, from looking at it, it looks like the Ultra, Roku Ultra, is now $109. So that's a $20 discount. At least that's where it's been for several weeks now on Amazon. Yes, movie fan, Roku on DirecTV Now was updated yesterday, and what it did, some people say it seems to be giving them better streaming performance, but it seems to mostly have added support for all Roku TVs. It used to be only 4K Roku TVs would work with DirecTV Now. Now all Roku TVs have DirecTV Now support. My TiVo just died and don't know what to place it with. Well, if you really like TiVo and you're happy with TiVo, it's kind of a premium price there, but you can always get another TiVo, or you can go and get a Tableau, and those are the two main ones. Other ones are a Plex DVR, and HD Home Run if you're kind of more into setting up a home media server and so forth. So check that out. Other than that, there's a lot of other great options for ones out there. The Channel Master is a nice option too. It lacks some of the streaming features and accessing your content outside, but there's no monthly fee for a Channel Master, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I say search around. If you go to our corecarsnews.com website and you enter in a post there at search for DVR guide, you're going to see a 2017 version of it that will clear out all the differences between the different DVRs for core cars. All right, questions, comments, let me know. Yeah, I see that there's apparently people are trying to sell you some male enhancement pills over on YouTube. I apologize. Banning them as quickly as I can. But I have been talking to a few people about coming in as moderators over on our YouTube page, and I'll probably by this time next week I'll have another I'll have some people helping moderate. which will help the show be a little bit nicer when there's no need for that. If you'd like to be, I'll tell you what, if you would like to be a moderator, I don't think Facebook allows us to do this, but if you would like to be a moderator and help moderate the YouTube page during this, go to the QuickCarsNews.com, click on the Contact Us tab, send me an email. Tell me, what your YouTube name is and why you think you would be a good mod. And also try, if you post on our website, on our comments and so forth, just tell me who you are, so I can kind of connect you with some names out there. So check that out. Okay. Let's see here. Is there any big difference between the 2016 Roku stick and Roku Premiere? Roku Premiere is 4K and it is faster. Not dramatically so, but you will find it be a little bit faster. So keep that in mind. It's not hugely a huge improvement. If you're happy with your Roku stick, and you don't have a 4K TV, I don't see any reason why you need to head out there and upgrade. But if you're looking to upgrade and deciding between the two, the Premiere will give you slightly better results. Will the Channel Master get an updated version of Sling TV? Not that I heard of. No, I'm assuming they'll roll it out to all devices, but probably Channel Master is one of their smaller devices out there, so I wouldn't expect them to be doing that anytime soon. Oh, I just want to be able to pause. Okay. Please ask Sling TV to add the ID network. I mean, I can, Vicky, but probably the most effective way. Here's a key. If you want any network to be on anything, contact that network and contact the service. Be polite. Just say, hey, love your channel. Would love to have ID on Sling, or OAN people are always asking for. So check that out. If that is enough people do that, it will put pressure on both sides because both sides have to agree. Sling TV can want them, but the cable network also has to want it. Will Sling TV ever come to Canada? Possibly. Been no talk about it. I think Sling TV is really working on trying to dominate the U.S. market. Canadian market has a lot of laws, protectionist type laws that prevent American companies a little bit from owning stuff in there. And there's got to be so much Canadian ownership, especially in TV. And the Canadian markets are very protective of their cable companies. It's much harder to do a streaming service over there because of the structure, because of the laws, because of everything. So that's why I hear like PlayStation View, when they're talking about going international, they didn't talk about Canada. They talked about Europe. And a lot of that has to do with the laws in Canada. If you live in Canada, write your, representatives. I'm trying to remember what they're called there. And tell them, hey, we want more streaming options. We want you to break up the cartels, the conglomerates of the cable networks. I've seen OAN and love it, but the only thing that it needs to prove is for a bill. Okay. Yeah, currently DirecTV Now is the only place to get OAN through one of the big names. Cloud TV's there, and OAN Network has their own subscription app on many services like Roku. Yeah, the ID network is actually on several services, including Hulu. Correct, Randy? MPs are what they're called in Canada, members of Parliament. So contact your MPs, tell them that, hey, we need to change the law so services like Sling TV can come to Canada, or a Canadian version thereof can launch. All right. Yeah, so, I think one of the things people really don't quite get when it comes to streaming services is there are a lot of legal laws, both in the United States, but more so in Canada in particular, that prevent that. There's supposedly updating the Apple TV with their newest processor and 4K support, Timothy S. Yes. The rumor is a 4K HDR TV, Apple TV, will come out this fall, winter time frame. October is kind of the sweet spot, maybe as early as late September, maybe as late as early November, but probably right around October. The new Apple TV has been hinted at. Most recently, Apple, if you look at your hit movie purchase history in iTunes, you may notice some now list HDR 4K support, but there's currently no physical way to download it in 4K HDR. It only offers the ability to download it HD. And there's speculation that Apple upgraded that list there in preparation for the new Apple 4K TV to come out this fall. So those movies will be able to be streamed in 4K quality on the new Apple TV. Seems pretty reasonable because currently you can't download 4K copies of it, even though it lists it. So keep that in mind. What do you use to watch the newest movies? Google Play, iTunes, Redbox? I use a little bit of everything. I kind of shop around. I use a lot of Amazon. I find I'm an Android. Most of my devices in my home are Fire TVs and Rokus. I really love how our Amazon Video is just on everything, pretty much. And if I buy it there, I can watch it pretty much everywhere. So I've been pretty much stuck into Amazon 90% of the time. Secondly, I'd probably say Vudu. I have a good amount of stuff on Vudu. So keep that in. Other than Amazon Prime, who else will be streaming NFL games this season? CBS All Access will stream some in-market games that air on CBS on Sundays on CBS All Access. Not Thursday games, though. SNY, aren't they on? Somebody help me. Is the New York Sports streaming or sports channel SYN? Aren't they on a streaming service? I want to say they are, but I can't remember. I use Vudu. Yeah, Vudu's not a bad option. Hustlemania. If you want a option to rent movies, they're adding more and more devices, so keep that in mind. James, I don't understand your question. Could you elaborate a little bit more? Is Amazon Video available on the NVIDIA Shield? Yes, it wasn't originally, but back in January, they released it to both new and first gen NVIDIA Shield. So yes, NVIDIA Shield's the only Android TV player with an official Amazon Video app. Any possibility DirecTV Now will provide access to the Turner Classic Movie Channel app or apps and others? Maybe. They seem to be slowly adding app support here and there. The thing people need to remember is services like DirecTV Now, Sling TV, and so forth pay networks to get their login to work on services like the Turner Classic Movie app. The downside of that is that means they don't have enough money, as much money to do stuff like put channels on their service. So it's a balancing game. You want access to all the apps, but you like the fact that, you know, with the AT&T deal, DirecTV Now is only $10 a month if you get the $25 off deal with the AT&T Unlimited. So at $10 a month, even at $35 a month, to have all those channels plus that cheap price, you know, something's got to give there. And that is a little bit about cord cutting. You do have to kind of balance that. Of course, you know, PlayStation View now starts at $40, but has more logins. So I think DirecTV Now is in second place though in logins right now. Luke, any news on NFL Network and Red Zone coming to DirecTV Now? No, nothing official, no news, no talk about it whatsoever. I do have an article coming tomorrow. I kind of break down because I'm getting that question. I'm getting asked maybe 4 or 5 times a day. NFL Sunday Ticket, NFL Network coming to DirecTV Now, and so on. I'm gonna try to break down. There has been some surveys they've done that ask people like, "Hey, would you be interested in us adding NFL Sunday Ticket, a streaming service for more people?" But there's been no official word. I break that all down, hopefully in an effort to kind of explain all that. So check the site tomorrow for more. But the short answer is nothing official. Wouldn't be surprised if they did it, but there's nothing out there that would make it seem like yes, they will do it. Will you be able to use an amplifier like a Winegard XT with the Clearstream TV? I don't see why not, Craig, because Clearstream TV... Hold on one moment. I gotta cough real quick. All right, excuse me. The Clearstream TV is just a stick, and all it does is you plug your antenna into it like you plug your TV. So there's no reason why you can't have your amplifier between your antenna and the Clearstream TV. Because again, just think of the Clearstream TV as no different than plugging it into your regular TV. The Roku Premiere at Walmart is $69 now. Is that a good deal? I think Roku dropped the price of the Premiere line and the Ultra line. The Ultra I've been seeing Amazon for some time now at $109, several weeks. I'm pretty sure $69 is now the default price, as they dropped both the Premiere Plus and the Premiere $10. So the Premiere Plus is $89 now, and the Premiere is $69. And I believe that those are the standard price now. Yeah, Sling TV does offer login for ESPN and Fox Sports Go, but not for NBC Sports right now. My TiVo died, don't know what to replace it with. Jason, couple big, if you don't want to go back with TiVo, though they do offer several DVRs, are great. They're not cheap, but they're great. Tableau is probably the most popular cord-cutting DVR. Channel Master is another one. Are you somebody who likes to like build a home media server? Because then that opens up more options for DVRs. Let me know. Best Buy apparently has $84 sale on the Roku Premiere Plus. Yeah, it seems Roku's doing all kinds of sales. It seems like Roku is really just trying to get their devices out there. They're flooding the market with devices any way they can right now. Which I think, people don't really remember that Roku is an advertising company. I don't know the breakdown of it, but they make a lot of money selling ads. All those ads you see on Roku's before show starts and all that kind of stuff, on most channels, that's an ad that Roku sold and Roku gets a cut of. So, yeah, Roku's doing anything to get their devices out to you, because the more people who have devices, the more people who see ads, the more money Roku makes. All right. Any other questions? I think I put all of them out there. Facebook is kind of going squirrely on me again, and I don't think I'm seeing all the questions as they come in. Vudu is Walmart's streaming service. Correct, Christopher. Vudu is owned by Walmart. Vudu's on several devices. They did announce it's coming to the Apple TV. You won't be able to buy the movies through the Apple TV app because Apple takes a cut of that. So that'll be watch only. The free stuff and stuff you purchase elsewhere. But correct me if I'm wrong. Roku and Android TV have it. It's coming to Apple. I haven't heard anything about it coming to the Fire TV. Have you tried VidGo? No. VidGo has just kind of been dark for almost a year now. I think the last time I got a press release from them was almost a year ago. So I have to wait and see what VidGo does next. James says, do you get your article sources from Reddit? If I get a source from Reddit, I credit it to Reddit. For instance, today on the PlayStation View story about that deal to, if you cancel your service, you still get the service for 6 more months. I clearly credited that to Reddit. So yeah, we do get sources from Reddit, and we clearly credit them when they are there. I always credit my sources. If you read the stories, I'll say, for instance, we got an email tip, or in that case, we got it from Reddit for the PlayStation View comment. Lucas, Spectrum's TV streaming service available to Spectrum Internet customers. I have Internet phone. Yes, for most of them, they are out there. So check that out. Questions, comments, let me know. A few more minutes, and I'll do my best to answer all the last questions. I got about 10 more minutes here. Addressing VidGo. So if anybody doesn't know, about 2 years ago, VidGo posted, has it been almost 2 years ago? A year and a half ago, VidGo posted that they're going to launch a live TV streaming service to take on Sling TV and others. Well, since then, PlayStation View went public, DirecTV Now, Hulu, CenturyLink, Spectrum, YouTube, the list goes on, and Comcast and Verizon are both rumored to be launching their own live TV streaming service. The question now is, even if VidGo does go public, as an unknown company entering this market, how successful are they going to be taking on established competitors? I mean, Sling TV's got almost 2 million. Some people say over 2 million. Some people say under 2 million subscribers. Either way, it's right around 2 million. All the others got about another 2 million. To be a company that's coming into the market today, and as an unknown launching a live TV streaming service, they're going to have a hard uphill battle. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Can they bring something unique? And that's going to be it right now. If they can bring something unique, they have a good possibility of being something really special if they can be unique. And hopefully maybe that's what they've been waiting for a year and a half. But 2 years ago, if they launched, they would have probably had a fairly easy time getting traction, getting attention. Now, with about 10 other competitors on the market or soon to be on the market, a unknown player with no name recognition, I think is going to have a harder time getting into cord cutting right now, unless you're going to do something very special and different. If net neutrality goes away, is DirecTV Now and Sling TV in danger of possibly being slowed down? Well, we'll see. I mean, if you think about it, net neutrality has been around for 2 years now. I believe Sling TV was out before net neutrality even came around. I think that it's not going to be an issue, to be honest with you. I'm not all that really concerned about net neutrality, especially with 5G internet. Verizon's rolling it out now. AT&T is too. Verizon says in 2018, next year, 5G home-based internet is going to be start public rollout in several cities. 5 this year. They didn't see how many next year, but I expect it to be quite a few. Soon you're going to have 5, 6, 7 internet providers to pick from. You know, now you're going to have cable and DSL, but you're going to have Verizon, Google, Charter, Dish, AT&T, T-Mobile to pick from. Add in internet, you know, cable, DSL, 7, 10 internet services for your home to pick from. You know, if one slows down your service, go to the next. It's just going to be the way things are going to be in the future. So I think that's the real answer here. You know, government is great at some things. I think the real answer here is if we can get this 5G launch. I'm a big fan of 5G because I'm a big fan of competition. You look at cord cutting, what do we hear every day? These streaming services are getting better and better. You look at cell phone service, Verizon and AT&T were basically forced by T-Mobile and Sprint to bring unlimited data back because there was competition. Can we imagine what 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 home internet providers to pick from will do for the competition? That's my theory. That's what I believe. I think when 5G comes out, that'll be great. Spectrum told me the same thing. Okay. Daniel, I think I'm missing part of your question there. Sling TV has a pay-per-view event coming up. I believe that was that last weekend or was that this weekend? I believe it was last weekend. But yeah, Sling TV is now offering pay-per-view UFC fights. So that's pretty cool. Luke, I was thinking of going with Sling TV. Do you have to set up signings on each channel to watch? No, with the Sling TV app, all the channels you get access to are inside the Sling TV app. You don't have to log into other channels. Looking to get a Marathon HD long distance amplifier indoor antenna. You know, Scott, I just don't know that brand of indoor antenna. Sorry, I can't comment on it. I've never tested it. Hey Josh, you're getting a free gift of the NFL Sunday ticket. Could you email us info@cordcuttersnews.com, info@cordcuttersnews.com. Would love to take a look at that. All right, I think we're going to wrap this up. Last call for questions. And we will wrap this up. And this time next week, it looks like all the spammers are gone. I really apologize. We'll have mods this week, next week. I've talked to a few people who've offered in the past to be a mod, and I think we're just going to set up a few people there to help filter this. And since you're all here, question for you. I've asked this before and got mixed responses. I've been thinking about doing one Skype call a week where we'll pick one lucky person to call in with their question, and for about 5-10 minutes, maybe at the start of the show as people kind of join in, I'll do a Skype call and answer your core cutting questions over Skype. Does that interest you at all? What do you think about that? Let me know. Would you be ever interested in a Skype call in to ask your question live, where you'll be like in a box right here over my shoulder, and we'll go from there. Read your article. Thanks, Duke. I really appreciate that. Spectrum TV streaming service is technically available in all markets. I think the biggest problem people have is the ability to get a rep that understands what their service is. Most people who try to sign up for the Spectrum TV streaming service, you have to call in to them to do it. They tell me that the reps on the phone are like, oh, we don't know what that is, but we'll sell you a cable bundle. And I think it's just poor training of their phone center people, to be honest with you. Hey, Josh, thank you. I got that email about that thing from NFL Sunday Ticket. Thank you. I'll take a look at that after the meeting. Q&A, I should say. All right. I think that's it. Let me refresh the page over here. Facebook is being really weird. I'm just not seeing new questions unless I refresh the page. Andy, if you want to get the pay-per-view events from Sling, it's in your settings inside the Sling TV app and on their website if you log in. You can subscribe to it, and they're not cheap. They're typical pay-per-view event pricing. Do you know of a DVR to compete with TiVo, dual tuner? Channel Master or Tableau DVRs are the two I would recommend. If you're looking for a box that does it all, if you're comfortable setting up a home media server, that raises more options. Will over-the-air TV ever get better? Yes. 3.0 is coming. There's a lot of consolidation in the over-the-air TV market. Networks buying each other, more services coming out. So keep an eye on that. I bet there will over-the-air TV will be a lot better. All right, let me refresh the page here. All right, I think we will wrap this up. Everybody, hey, thank you for being here. Sorry about the spammers. Kind of made the show a little awkward. If you're on our YouTube page, just hang on a second. Let me watch an ad for a few seconds. It really is helpful to keeping the site up. As always, if you like this, hit thumbs up. Not on this video. Everybody always says that on the video, but just randomly. As you see our articles and our videos on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, randomly hitting thumbs up and like on them is a huge help, because that means the more people who like them, the more people who Facebook shows them to. So, maybe think about doing that. But to everybody out there, thank you for watching this great show today. And thank you everybody who volunteered to be a mod. Definitely will keep that in mind. Remember, send me an email. We're at corecarsnews.com. Hit the Contact Us tab, and we'll do our best to pick out a few people to be mods for next week. Thank you. Sorry about the slightly disjointed. That weeding out those spammers kind of distracted me there, but we'll fix that for next week. Really do appreciate your support. I see there's still over 100 people here, so thank you. Have a great night. Take care. I'll see you all next week, next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, every week for an hour.